Woolly and wee woolly, they are Woodrow Wilson sheep. Woolly and wee woolly, they are the White House sheep.
Ow, Wooly, come quick. I need help.
What's wrong, wee Wooly?
You know how I like a nice green snack later in the day? Well, I was grazing on the White House lawn and I got distracted. Every blade was so good, but before I realized it, I was in a rose garden and now I have one of those thorns from a rose stuck on my face. It really hurts.
Oh no. Well, hold tight. Alrighty, there it is. You're all good to go.
Okay, thank you, but roses are now not my favorite flowers.
Oh, wee Wooly. The Rose Garden is one of the most beautiful spots at the White House.
You are right. The rose garden was pretty to look at, but not to eat. How long has the rose garden been there, Wooly?
First Lady Ellen Wilson, President Woodrow Wilson's wife, had the Rose Garden added in 1913. There had been gardens before, but not like this one.
I know about President Wilson, but I don't know much about First Lady Ellen Axson Wilson. Do you?
As a matter of fact, I have heard stories handed down from our ancestors, like Old Ike, so I do know about our first modern First Lady. Ellen Axson Wilson was born in Savannah, Georgia in 1860. She was the daughter of a minister, just like Woodrow Wilson was the son of a minister. Intelligent and well-educated, Ellen attended Rome Female College, where she studied math, English, French, German, and art, among other subjects.
Wow, that is a lot of study. Did she have a favorite subject? Mine is science because I love watching the grass grow.
Well, thanks to her teacher, Helen Fairchild, Ellen developed a passion for art.
Oh, I love art, especially painting. What was Ellen's favorite?
You two would have gotten along so well because Ellen was quite the painter. She even won a bronze medal at age 18 when one of her pieces was on display at the Paris exhibition in France.
She must have been good.
Ellen earned money by creating portraits for people who ask. She often used crayon and pencil to complete the work.
How often did Ellen get to paint? I never seemed to find enough time between all of my snacking.
When Ellen was 23, she became engaged to a young Woodrow Wilson. Since Woodrow was working on his degree in Baltimore, Ellen went to New York City to study at the famous Art Students League.
New York City? That is far from home. Did she have a good time?
She did. Besides continuing her passion for painting, Ellen enjoyed theater and all the museums.
When did she marry the first future president?
Well, Ellen's life changed rather quickly in 1885 when she married Woodrow. Over the next few years, the family grew with the addition of 3 daughters, Margaret, Jessie, and Nell.
I guess she did not get to paint very much with 3 small girls and a husband, did she?
You're right, wee Willie. Before the children were born, Ellen had created several charcoal portraits of famous men for her husband's office. One of the portraits was of Wilson's father, and one was of George Washington. When the children came along, Ellen devoted herself to her family.
Oh, so no art at all?
Well, Ellen used her creativity where she could. For example, when the Wilsons moved to Princeton in New Jersey, Woodrow Wilson eventually became the president of the college. In the house where the family lived, Ellen designed a stained glass window and redid the gardens.
That must have made her happy to return to her passion.
Maybe for a little while, wee Wooly. Unfortunately, Ellen's youngest brother and his family died suddenly in a tragic accident. Ellen needed some time away, so she traveled to Old Lyme in Connecticut to paint with a group of other artists. It was here that she discovered landscapes and the use of oil paint.
Did Ellen ever sell any of her work?
One time, Ellen had a one-woman show with 50 of her paintings on display. She sold half of them and gave all of the money to a college in Georgia in memory of her brother.
I like her style of painting. Did any of her work hang in the White House after Woodrow Wilson became president?
Yes, it did. You know, Ellen wanted her work to stand on its own, not to be viewed as the president's wife. So she would sign her paintings E.A. Wilson.
I'm so impressed. Ellen was a wife, a mother, an artist, first lady. She was amazing.
She was. Ellen helped Woodrow with speeches, discussed issues, offered opinions, and even pushed for social changes.
What do you mean?
Well, when Ellen became First Lady, she noticed areas of Washington, D.C. that were run down, and yet people were still living there. She worked very hard with the federal government to improve the area and the housing.
You know, Wooly, the next time I'm in a rose garden, I will definitely think of First Lady Ellen Wilson and her amazing legacy.